So, hi everyone. Please thumbs me up. Please thumbs me up. Um, please thumbs me up if you're here. And thank you for waiting. So we're just gonna go through the different things that we need to think about. Hi Sheik, thank you so much for coming. We're gonna go through the different things that we need to do in order to complete a business plan. So we are gonna be working on an initial plan. Yes? Please thumbs up. It doesn't cost a thing. That'd be awesome if you could thumbs me up. Thank you. Someone else just came in. Who was that? Oh, Ryan. Thumbs me up, but you can leave, darling. That's another. This is for business. Okay? This is for business. You're finished with me for the day. This is the business session. But thank you, Rai. Could you can come off now if you wish, okay? So while we're here, I know not a lot of us are here yet, but can you please just drop in the comments the different section you think would be involved in creating an initial business plan? So the different things that you think would be involved in creating a business plan. Please thumbs me up as you come in. Yes? Thank you, guys. So the different things.
Watch this short presentation until the end for details on how to get started in less than 7 minutes.
So the different things that you would consider when creating a business plan. Do that for me now, please. So whenever you're starting up a business, competitors, awesome. Yes. Yes. Why competitors? Give me a reason why you think of competitors. So we are talking about an initial plan, or when you're starting up, when you're first starting up a business, there are things that you need to consider when you're starting up a business. Hi, Han. Hi. We are talking about starting up a business. Can you think about the different things that you would think of when starting up a business? So when you're starting up a business, after doing your research, so you've done your primary and you've done your secondary research, you've also collected your quantitative and your qualitative data. Yes. Now you've collected all those data and you've come up with you've made a decision as to what type of business you will be starting up. What now? What now? So now that we've started, now we know what business it is that we're gonna start up. What now? Yes. So when starting up a business, it's best to plan. You've done your research. Now it's best to plan what you're gonna do. And that's what this session is about. Planning a business startup for small and medium-sized businesses. Yes? So we're gonna be discussing the different aspects of what we should be thinking about for a different startup. Yes? So it doesn't matter what type of startup you will be doing. It could be startup if you're gonna be like running a small hairdressers, if you're gonna be selling online, if you're gonna be doing a barber shop, if you're gonna be coaching, if you're gonna be involved in like even selling courses, any business venture that you are deciding on going into, you need to have a plan. So if you don't have a plan, what? If you don't have a plan, you don't know what you will be doing. So you need to ensure that you do have a plan in order for you to have success. Yeah, to be successful. Okay, so let's think about it. So now drop in the chat the different things that you think that we will need to add to that plan. Yes? Yes? So what do pricing policy? Ooh, that's a great one. But pricing policy for initial plan, we're thinking about the basic plan. So instead of the pricing policy, we could have our pricing. So we could plan out what our pricing is. So that's great. So that's good. So just drop in the comment, guys, what you think. Well done, pricing policy. So as we go, the first one I am gonna take is when you're starting up a business, the name. You need a name. You need a business name. And you need to have a business name that is catchy. If you have a business name that is catchy and it's easy for people to pronounce, then most of the times people will remember that brand, because your business name is a part of your branding. Yes? So if, say, your name is Quest. You have a name, your last name is Quest, but your first name is Gloria. So you can name your business G Quest. Yeah? And that's like a good name to have. It's catchy. G Quest. G Quest clothing. G Quest accessories. G Quest for whatever aspect of your naming. So when you're naming yourself, naming your business, that is, when you're naming your business, you need to come up with a name that is short and catchy. Yeah, so it's easy and it will roll off your tongue easily, and that's one of the things that we want to think about: a good name for your business. Yes? So we talk about the name, and when we are writing up, you like for this task, you want to say why you chose that name. Yeah? So for example, the name of my channel now, which I'm thinking is an awesome name for a business as well, is M&Z Tech Fit. Yeah, so MNZ Tech Fit, yeah, it covers what I do on this channel. It covers the technical aspect of it, where we talk about technology, and then it also covers the workout or the physical or fitness activities that I do. So when I was thinking about coming up with that name, I thought about what I wanted my channel to be about, because essentially having a YouTube channel is a form of a business. So you have to plan out what resources you would need for it. Yes, so the naming is very important. And you want to have a good story. You need to have a good reason, because sometimes when you start up a business and if you don't have a good reason to start that business, it most of the times it's not successful. So the other bit that I wanted to touch on, so first we start with the name of the business, and the next one is aims and objectives of the business. So your business goals, if you want to put it that way. So if you don't have the aims and the objectives, then it will be difficult for you because you don't really know what you want to achieve. And the aims will be the broader goal that you want to achieve, and the objectives will break it down into smaller bits, and it will allow you to write down or to visualize in small chunks what you want to achieve overall. Yes, so that's one of the main things that we want to do for that one. Yes, so guys, no one's chatting. Please put something in the chat so that I know that you're here still and you're not just not listening. So just write something in the chat so that I know that you're here, please. Okay, so thank you guys. So guys, please put in the chat what you want for the other bits of the plan that you will be working on. Put it in the chat for me, one at a time if you can, so that we can see it. So put them in the chat for me, okay? So we have we're talking about the aims and the objectives. For the aim, for example, if your overall aim is to ensure that you break even, skills that you need, well done, SM. So if you're thinking about breaking even, that's your overall goal for that period of time. The location, well done, for that period of time. Then you want to think about how you're gonna break even, how you're gonna achieve that. So if that's your main aim, then your objective could be to increase sales by 5%. And then you could have, and you need to say how you're going to increase this sale. How are you going to increase this sale by 5%? Yes. Then you want to say, you could have another objective. So that could be your financial one. Then you could have one about promotion and branding, that you will be promoting more. Yes, or you'll be using a promotional tool that you've never used before, and how you're going to use it. So that could be one of your objectives. The location, well done. Financial forecast. Yes, we are going to go through that financial forecast. So that's the aim and the objectives done. The next one we want to think about is the location, as we have in the chat. Location. So for your location, you want to write up, thank you. For your location, you want to think about whether or not it's going to be online or it's going to be bricks. Bricks mean you're going to have a shop. Yes, so whether it's a location in a center, a shopping center, or a location in just at your house. Some people, they do start their business from their house, from their houses. But you need to consider you need to consider where this business would be located. So is it virtual? Is it a virtual location? These are great tips, guys. So is it a virtual location wherein it's online? So your channel of distribution will be solely delivery. Yes, so they do come online, purchase what you what you have to sell, and then you will distribute it through delivery. So there isn't a physical aspect of that business. Yeah. So that's what you want to think about. You also, me 1 minute, so that's your location. And then you need to justify why you have chosen that location. So you need to say whether or not you chose that location because it will save you money, or you want to say that you chose that location because it's easier for customers to reach you. Why have you chosen that location? You need to say why you have chosen that location. You want to say it's a good little location because we have a number of different transport that are coming to that area, so it won't be difficult for customers to come to that area. Yes. You want to also talk about where it's situated. Is it a shopping center where you have a lot of people anyways, so that will help you, so you have a lot of foot traffic to come into that business. Yes, so that means you won't have to be going out to look for customers, because if you are in a busy area, it's most likely that a number of people will probably pop into that store. So you need to think about that. For us, because of lockdown, a lot of us will be thinking about starting businesses online. So your online store will be your location. And if it's an online store, you need to say whether or not you're going to be based on social media, because some social media platform offers you a business some social media platform offers you a business account where you can trade from that. So that's your location, your virtual location. Like Instagram offer, you can set up a shop on Instagram and sell from Instagram. So that's a great idea. You can also have a Facebook page, a Facebook business page, if you're planning on selling that way. And if you have a YouTube account, you can use that to promote yourself, but your location will be on a social media platform. The other way you can the other virtual location you can have is a website. So if you have a website, the website will actually have all the different aspects of your business, whether it's your customer service, to your products, to where to find you, to how to contact you, to how to interact with you by an email if they wish. So that will be your base, your virtual base. Yes, so that's your location. Done. Check. The other thing we want to think about is your funding. Thank you. Drop some more ideas, because we're discussing it as we go. So drop some more ideas in the chat so we can go through all of them, of what we're working on and what we need to work on. Yes? Come on, guys. We have been working on more. So the financial aspect of it, how does that work? Yes? For the financial bit of your business, there are a number of different financial aid or funding you can think about. Yes? And I'm just going to go through some of these that you can actually, marketing and promotion, well done. Some of these that you can actually work through. So, or you can note and write in your initial plan. Your funding could be from a family member or friend. So you put that in your plan. You intend to get a loan, or assistance from maybe your mom, your dad, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, whomever that money is coming from, then that's a form of funding. So you want to write that down. Yes. You want to say whether it's not, if it's a loan or if it's gifted as well, because if it's gifted, then that means you won't have to pay it back. But if it's a loan from your family member or friend, you might need to pay it back. So hence you'll need to have a outflow going to that family member. The other funding could be yourselves. If you have savings that you are thinking about using to start up a business, that's another form of funding. So you need to make note of that, to say, oh, I have some savings that I will use the majority of it or a percentage of this saving to start up the business. That's a form of funding as well. So you have your family members and you have yourself. The other one I want to mention is governmental funding. In the UK, if you're in the UK, you can get a governmental grant or a business grant, or you can get a business loan. The difference between the business grant and the business loan: with the business grant, when you apply for that, if you get that, you won't need to pay it back. Yes, I repeat that. With a business grant, and you can go to gov.com. Sorry, gov.uk. Yes, gov.uk. So the difference is, as I said, with the grant, you don't have to pay that back. So you go to gov.uk. Yes, you don't need to pay the grant back. So that's a good way to fund your business. The other way to fund your business is you can get a governmental loan. With the governmental loan, you will need to pay that back with interest. So you see the difference, and it's best to apply for both, because if you get both, actually, with the governmental loan, it's gonna be less interest than what you would pay for a bank, which is my next point. For a bank loan, which is my next point. Yes, so you need to think about whether or not you want to apply for a small business loan or for a business grant. Yes, so those two things. The other way we can fund our business is by getting a business loan from a bank. Yes, you need to apply for that. So depending on where. Okay, thank you so much. So let me finish this point and then I'm going to read the comments out, because these guys are giving me life. I need to read what they are dropping in there as well. So hello, Christiana Flourish. Thumbs up for me. Share me out if you can. Thank you so much. So the other thing that the business loan, you have a number of banks that offers a business loan, and with the business loan from the banks, you will need to pay back with interest. So if you pay that back when you're paying that back with interest, on your cash flow forecast, this will be a outflow. The paying back of the loan per month would be a outflow. But when you get the lump sum from the bank, which is the money that you get from the bank, that would be an inflow. Yeah, so know the difference. We need to have those clarified. So that's funding for now. That's funding, and I hope you're listening and taking notes as well, because that's your funding that you can think about. Yes. So we've gone through the name of our business, the aims and the objective of our business, the location of our business, and we've gone through the funding of our business. The other thing that we need to think about is the resources. So you have different types of resources that you can add to your business plan. So some of these resources can be one, it could be staffing resources, or it could be equipment. We're going to take them separately. If we have your staffing, you need to think about whether or not, as a small business, if you're going to employ someone else or you're going to do the work solely on your own until you have acquired enough money in to be able to afford another staff. On the flip side, you could actually, if it's a partnership, you could get that partner to work with you, because with the ownership type. And I need you to add that, please, guys. Please remember to add that as well, the ownership type. Yes? So it depends on the ownership type of your business. If it's a sole trader or if it's a partnership, we want to ensure that we state that as well in our business plan. Because with a sole trader, you are solely responsible for every aspect of the business, whether it's financially or just staffing. You're responsible for everything, and you are liable for any sort of liability that the business incurs. Yeah, so you need to think about these things. So you need to give me a minute, guys. So you need to think about the different funding as well. So sorry, funding. We're talking about staffing, sorry. Yeah, so with the staffing, you want to think about whether or not you want to employ someone else or you want to do the work for yourself. And it depends on if you're a partnership or if you're a sole trader. The different types of business, and the type of business that you have decided to take on. Yes? It's cheaper to work on your own. Yes, so the pros and the cons. It's cheaper. If you're a sole trader, decision making is quicker because you don't have to get any input on on any decisions you want to make, because you're solely responsible for everything. But you incur the cost of everything, which can be very expensive. On the flip side, you will get to keep all the profits. Yes, that's your sole trader. Partnership, it's good in a sense wherein you will get more ideas into the business. When you get more ideas into the business, that's really good. You will also share the liabilities. Yes, so any monies that have to pay out is a partnership. You decide who helps to pay out what based on the percentage of ownership that person has. Yeah, and you will also, the drawback to that as well is that you need to pay out profits, some of the profits, to the partner if you have a partner. Yes, so these are some of the things we need to consider in terms of ownership. So I hope you do understand. Please drop in the comments if you understand what ownership is. ownership type of business is, please drop in the comments a yes. Please drop in the comments a yes if you understand what ownership type is. Yes? Good. And do you understand that you need to add this ownership type to your business as well? Please say yes. So I understand that so I know that you understand. Thank you, Anna. Yes? Thank you. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. So yes. So those are the ownership type we are actually considering. Um, there's limited liabilities. Well, there's limited there are limited companies as well. If you want to research that, that would be great. But I want this to end like 45 minutes, and we don't want it to go over to an hour. We might slightly go to an hour, but I don't want it to go over. So basically what we need to talk about now, so we've talked about staffing. We're still talking about staffing. The other thing you want to think about in terms of resources that relates to your staffing, are skills needed to run that business. There are a number of skill sets that you need to have to run the business. In this technology age, we will need to have computing skills. That's a skill that you need. If you're building a website, you will need someone to build a website for you if you can't do it yourself. So that's a skill that you will need to outsource. You need to outsource other skills depending on the type of business. So what type of business are you thinking about, and what can you drop that in the comment section for me, or in the chat section? What type of business are you thinking about, and what are some of the resources, some of the skills you would need for that business? So drop that for me. So computing skills, every business need that. Everyone. You probably need some accounting skills as well, so you can develop that. You can improve your skills, or you can get someone to do that for you. If you're thinking about designing a logo, you can probably do that online, or you can pay someone to do that for you as well. So there's a number of different things you can do, and you can do leadership. Okay, leadership. Can you explain why leadership for me, please? So are you talking about management skills? Because management skills is very important. You are correct. Because in needing management skills, you need to manage tasks, you need to manage the running of the business, you need to manage the financial aspects of your business, you need to manage so you will need to monitor and track any employee payout, any employee task completion. So you are correct. Management skills is very important. Thank you so much. Yeah. So you need to think about the different skills that you need for your business. You need to kind of write that down briefly in your business plan as well, so you will know whether or not you need to outsource, or if you can do this on your own. Because a business plan will give you like a visual outlook on what you're thinking about doing, and you can analyze this to see if it's feasible or not. And if it's not feasible, you might be able to tweak stuff, change stuff, because a plan it can change. It's not set in stone, so you can change it as you go. Yes? Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay, so you need to think about all the different aspects so far. They're all important and they all go towards the type of business that you're thinking about starting up. So we've spoken about the name of the business, the aim and the objectives, the location. We talk about funding. We talk about staffing. We talk about skills. Yes, briefly. So now we want to talk about marketing and promotion. This is vital to any business, and you need to have a good plan as to how you're going to market your business. Nowadays, social media is vital to any sort of marketing that you do. So you want to ensure that you have the skills, because that you can outsource again as well. That you can outsource as well. So if you are thinking of marketing your business, you need to think about the skills that yourself have. So if you need to speak to someone about how to promote and market yourself on social media, so you have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all those different areas that you can market yourselves. Okay, so you want to think about how you can market yourself. Yes, and if you are able to do so on your own, or if you need to take a course to do this. Marketing yourself, you have different sort of marketing and promotion. We've gone through this already. So you have your face-to-face one, you have your direct marketing, where you need to talk to the person, because it's a small business and you might not have enough financial funding to cover all aspects of a large scale marketing and promotion project. So you might need to start off small. Yes, so face to face sometimes is so effective. Then you have flyers that you can make up yourself. You can print it off at home and you can hand those out. So that's another idea. You can also email people. You can also promote on Instagram. Promoting on Instagram, you could just make sure you post regularly, like on a regular day basis, and you need to just promote yourself, sell your business, and this is important. Yeah, so marketing and promotion, you need to write up how you plan on marketing and promoting your business and what funding you might need to cover this marketing and promotion. Yes. Musto Hamid. Okay. Thank you. Can you thumbs up for me? I think I know who that is. MH. If you just come in, you're a bit late, so you're gonna probably need to watch the video again. So this is why I'm doing this, because once I've done this, you can go back and watch it, and you'll be able to do this on your own. They run the block, you know that they with it, The club went on yesterday. Okay, so in this part of the initial planning as well, you need to include what kind of research you will be doing, and you need to explain what kind of research you will be carrying out, what market research you will be carrying out. I'm ending at 45. So what type of market research can we think about doing? Can you put it in the chat for me? What type of research can we think about doing at the moment? Let me know. What type of research? Come on, guys, write it in the chat. What type of research are we thinking of doing? I'm waiting. So there are a number of different researches that well, two main research that you can carry out. Yes, and the two main research, secondary and primary. Well done. We're going to think about secondary and primary research, and you want to write that up in your plan. What secondary research have you done? What primary research have you done? What quantitative data have you collected? What qualitative data have you collected? You need to write that in your plan so we know that you understand what you're talking about. You know, for primary research, you're going straight to the source to get the information, and for secondary, you're researching on the internet or you're researching but using books. Yeah, so don't, you should understand the difference, and you should write it up in your plan as to, thank you guys, as to what type of business research you'll be doing, what market research you'll be doing. You need to, as well, for your primary research, sorry, with for your primary research, you want to ensure that you actually design a questionnaire. I might do a video on designing a questionnaire, and in the questionnaire that you're designing, you want to think about the different things, the different information that you need to collect from customers in order to get a in order to make a informed decision as to whether or not you need to change anything to be successful in the business. Yes, so these you need to think about as well. You also want to think about your different second, so this is vital. The questionnaire is vital, meaning you need to do it. Without the questionnaire, then you won't be able to finish it successfully. Sorry, that's because of the learners that are on here. You need to design a questionnaire. Have you designed a questionnaire yet? Please drop it in the comment section for me. Have you designed one yet? Or have you ever designed a questionnaire? Drop it in the comment section for me, please. Yes, cool. I know the people that are on here. I know that you would have designed one anyways, and you probably would have finished that anyways. So those are the most important things. I have covered all aspects of what we need to complete the business plan. Yes. I am going to wrap up, and I'm going to summarize all we need to finish, to complete the business plan. And these are, you need to consider the name of your business. It needs to be short and catchy. Like, you don't want an overly complicated name, because then it will be difficult for people to remember that. We spoke of the aims and the objectives, which is very important. And you need to also have a financial objective or aim. We talk about the location. Where are we going to be located? Is it virtual, meaning online, or are we going to have a shop? We spoke about the funding, the different type of funding. Is it going to be funding from a family member, funding from ourselves, or funding from the government in terms of governmental loan or governmental grants? You can get all of those. You can use all of those, because when a business is starting up for the first time, you need as much help as possible. We spoke about staffing, the different staffing, if we're going to outsource any sort of skills, staffing in terms of, are we going to employ anyone to do anything in the business, or are we going to do it on our own? We also talk about the skills that we need. Do we need to outsource any sort of skills? Computing skills is vital at this moment. Yes, so you need to ensure that you either upgrade your skills. So you need to talk about training. So are you gonna train up to do this, or are you gonna train up someone else to do it, or do you have a family member that can help you to do that part of the business that you want? But if your business is solely online, I would advise that you yourself train up to do it. Yes, especially if it's a small business. We also want to talk about, we spoke of marketing and promotion, whether you have the skill for it, what type of marketing and promotion you'll be doing. You need to go to the unit that we did on marketing and promotion and choose the different marketing and promotion you'll be using. So whether it's direct, or you choose what marketing and promotion you'll be doing, and you need to talk about whether or not that it will be small scale promotion, whether or not you'll be doing it yourself or you'll be outsourcing this skill as well. The other bit of it you need to consider is I didn't talk about the market segmentation. Sorry, please add the market segmentation. How are you going to segment your market? Is it demographically? Is it, come on guys, drop some of those in the comments for me. I don't want to be naming it out. How are you going to segment your market? These we went through as well. So we need to talk about market segmentation as well, and which market segmentation you will use for your business. We also talk about, I said financial as well. We need to talk about demographic. Well done. So we have demographic segmentation as well. What else? Drop some in the chat for me, please. Geographic, well done. Demographic, geographic. What's the other one? Come on, drop it in the chat for me. Well, behavioral, yes. So how are you going to segment the market? Is it demographic, which means age, sex, so all of that? Is it geographic, which meaning that you will segment it by the area in which the customers live? So it's up to you. And why are you segmenting it that way? You want to say why you're segmenting it that way. It could be, if you're segmenting it geographically and you have a small scope, it could be that you're delivering your goods yourself, or you have to go out. So we're in lockdown anyway, so it's probably going to be delivery. So it's up to you how you're going to segment the market. You need to say how you will do that. And the other thing, we need to also design a questionnaire for your research. I need to talk about the research, whether it's primary or secondary research. Yes, and you need to design a questionnaire, say what type of research it falls under. Yes, and why are you using these? Yeah, so I hope that this has helped in some way. I am gonna end it now, and then I will send you guys out a link. Okay, thank you.